Hi, my name is Lauren R. Curry, and I read On Purpose by Pamela Landworth, which was written in 2019 and published by Give Kids the World Village. First, I wanted to start by talking a little bit about what Give Kids the World Village is. So, Give Kids the World is a nonprofit resort that is a place for critically ill children and their families to stay while they're on their wish trips. Give Kids the World was founded in 1986 by Pamela's late husband, Henry Landworth. Henry was in the hotel industry in Orlando, and one day he met a little girl who was staying at his hotel who was visiting Disney World on her wish trip. And Henry was able to enhance her experience and make it super special at the hotel, and he really got to know her, and from that experience, he was able to create the village. Pamela took over Give Kids the World in 1992, and it has nearly doubled in size under her leadership, serving over 8,000 families every year. I'm going to insert a video about Give Kids the World and what they do, just so you can see. It's super cool. I work for Make-A-Wish Michigan. We are a nonprofit organization that grants wishes for children who are battling critical illnesses. And when a Make-A-Wish kiddo wishes to go to Disney World, they stay at Give Kids the World. So last year, I actually had the pleasure of visiting Give Kids the World and being a volunteer there. It's literally the most incredible place. They have every family stays in a villa. They have ice cream all the time for the kids 24/7. They have an arcade, horseback riding. They have a zero entrance pool, so kids who are in wheelchairs who maybe have never swam before in their lives are able to go in the water and swim. They have accessible rides and just anything you could ever think of, it's there, and it's absolutely amazing. And while I was there, I also had the pleasure of meeting Pamela. And you can tell she is just so driven and cares so much, not only about the families that come stay at the village, but about her staff and creating this environment that is incredible for not only her clients and the families that come visit, but for her staff as well. And so in the book, she talks about things that matter, which are helping others, leading with passion, and inspiring those at work and who support your businesses. She also emphasizes the power of purpose. She also says that when businesses implement this strategy, that they discover a new sense of passion and energy and a deeper sense of purpose in their own lives. The employees feel inspired and important because they see how they fit into a larger picture of improving the world around them. Today, people don't see or feel the deeper meaning in what they do. And Pamela discusses 4 main ways for businesses to create purpose-driven work. First, she says to make it personal. Treat employees with the same care and compassion that you do your customers. She also says that when purpose-driven work becomes part of a company's core activities, it is likely to transform morale. Employees are more excited to come to work, and they see and feel the impact of what they do, which makes it personal. She then goes on to say that it is also important to create partnerships for the common good. It is possible to serve the common good and the bottom line and have a successful business. Companies must determine how to align their brands and social causes. By creating those partnerships, businesses are able to deliver priceless social impact while boosting their reputation with customers. Serving a social mission creates more benefits as their team becomes passionate about charitable mission and they feel loyalty and enthusiasm for their employer. One example is that Wyndham Vacation Ownership renovated all of the villas at Give Kids the World Village. So their CEO or a higher up was very excited to be involved at Give Kids the World, but they didn't know how. And they were able to create an opportunity for their staff to go down and volunteer and renovate all the villas because they do it all the time. They renovate different hotel rooms and they're like, why aren't we using this skill that we have for the good of others and creating a difference. And their staff loved it. They all volunteered, and Give Kids the World is a really great partner with Wyndham Vacation Rentals to this day. Another thing that Pamela suggests is to connect the dots. Leaders must look across the landscape of current and future trends to connect opportunities for the company. Connecting the dots for consumers and employees and partners to tell a bigger story that fosters engagement is super important and gets everyone involved. One example is Hasbro, which is also another partner of Give Kids the World, which Pamela talks about in her book. So Hasbro, one of their executives was found out about Give Kids the World. Pamela had met with them, and Give Kids the World had wanted to create a game that the kids and families could take home with them after visiting the village. And so they created a Candyland game that had all of the stops at Give Kids the World, and it was a super special memento for the families to take home, and they could experience it again and see all those places that they were at. And so Hasbro had created the game, but they went a step further and created a life-size Candyland game at the village so the kids could play, and it was accessible and all of the kids could experience it, not only while they were at the village, but they connected the dots to see what the families wanted to take home with them. And so they had the game at the village and the game they could take home. Pamela also says to champion possibilities. Solicit honest feedback from staff. She has this thing called Cookies and Conversation, where she makes cookies and brings the staff in and has honest and open conversations. She also suggests to collect anonymous employee feedback with surveys on a regular basis. She also says to start at the front line. Your frontline employees are going to tell you what they need. And it's also important for strategic planning initiatives to bring together a team throughout the organization and to open up brainstorming sessions, which nothing is off the table and they can just talk openly. Pamela finishes to say that giving, serving, and sharing are the most important parts of an organization. She quotes Forbes in saying that a tectonic shift is currently underway in the corporate world, and it is a hunger that employees are feeling to work for companies that have a higher purpose. Millennials are wanting to work for places that operate for a social purpose in addition to profit, and Gen Z is even more committed to finding purpose-driven work. My experience with purpose-driven work, I would say, comes from my job at Make-A-Wish. I feel that my job is very purposeful, but it's very different behind the scenes. So volunteering and being a part of a wish and seeing the impact of the wishes that we grant and seeing it from a different side is so impactful. And I think a lot of my coworkers would even agree with that seeing and meeting our wish families creates that purpose for us. And Give Kids the World goes one step further and creates that experience as well. And we can go and see it, and I just feel so much purpose in my work, and I hope that everyone can feel that way as well. A few things that I agree with in the book. Honestly, everything. I think she did an amazing job with this book. I think it gives a great perspective on how employers need to give their employees something to work for, and something that's related to their work, and something that's both rewarding and purposeful instead of a monetary value. And I think this will be important at all levels of the company as well as for generations to come. Only thing that I kind of not disagreed with, but I thought she could add more, and maybe this is for a sequel, is how does the company get involved and how do they encourage these opportunities for staff without demoting them or making them feel bad for taking their own staff time to really focus on volunteering and purpose-driven work. I think the content in the book really relates to our class discussions as well. One part that really resonated with me was listening to all staff at all parts of the organization. This is something that I feel that employers should always have at top of mind when discussing how to change the company. I think this book would be beneficial for employers and employees to read. It will give employers examples on how they should lead in a purposeful way and give them guidance on how to apply purpose-led work. And this book would also be important for employees to read as it provides examples of businesses that could be could give opportunities and how a company might lead and if it's a direction that they want to work for. That's all I got. I'm a little bit over my time, but I would definitely recommend this book. I think it's absolutely incredible. She did an amazing job on it. So, yeah, thank you.